left, the globalists want everybody poor except a tiny elite. Trump is moving to get rid of the income tax for most Americans and get rid of the hidden tax write-offs and exemptions that the ultra-rich have. This is the true American system. This is populism. This is the winning combination.
Donald Trump agreeing with Steve Bannon that, yeah, we got to tax the rich more.
It's hang on, Chris. It's already been leaked. This is why today Larry Kudlow and Steve Moore yesterday and Sean Hannity on his radio show is going nuts, saying it leaked out that President Trump is open to the concept.
Would you support a millionaire tax?
I think it would be very disruptive because a lot of the millionaires would leave the country. You know, in the old days, they left states. They go from one state to the other. Now with transportation so quick and so easy, they leave countries. You'll lose a lot of money if you do that. That would, and other countries that have done it have lost a lot of people. They lose their wealthy people. That would be bad because the wealthy people pay the tax.
Look, I try not to be speechless on the show. I know it's my job to talk, but I don't know what I am so shocked that Trump is not going to raise taxes on the wealth. I really believed he was going to massively jack up because he's a real populist. I believed that. I believed that as I huffed paint hour after hour after hour. I'm huffing the paint and I'm thinking about how he's a real populist. And I believed it. I believed it. Well, I passed out for a while. It was a lot of paint, but I believed it. And now he's not going to do. I guess that's it for the show today. I guess we'll pick up tomorrow because I need to reorient myself. I really believed, I was serious, just like Alex Jones and Steve Bannon. I thought that's a serious thing that he's gonna do. I think I need more paint. Where's the paint? Anyway, what did I say? What did I say? Look, I said I would be shocked if it happened, and I didn't give it a 0% chance, but I told you, come on. There has not been a single thing that Donald Trump has said or done in his life that should lead a person to think that he is going to raise taxes on the wealthy. They don't elect Republicans to raise taxes on the wealthy. They bring in Republicans to distract the peasants with a tax on trans people or whatever. Terrible stuff, ruin people's lives so they can hand over trillions of dollars to the wealthy. That is the main story and plot line of American politics, and it always has been. I hope that it will not be in the future, but as of right now, that's what it's about. The idea that he was gonna come in, and look, the thing is, the raise of taxes on the wealthy that they were talking about here wasn't even a serious thing. I mean, by that I mean, it wasn't a big increase in tax or whatever. It was a minor, minuscule little thing. Only for people making more than $1 million a year. You're gonna pay like 2% more. And even that, they can't do it. They can't do a fake increase in tax on the wealthy so that they could run ads and be like, oh, we're serious populists. We love the poor. I love poor people. No, they didn't even do that. They didn't even do that. Now look, Alex Jones is out of his mind. And by the way, in what he said, he's like, oh, the damn progressives, they want nobody to have money but like the elites at the top. What? Why do we spend so much time talking about the minimum wage? Like, what? Again, you simultaneously say that we're socialists who want to steal the money of the rich and give it to the poor, but also simultaneously we don't want them to have it. I don't really understand how that works. But he's pretending there that I guess he wanted a raise in the taxes for the wealthy. I don't watch his show. Maybe that's a thing that he has been claiming for some time, but Steve Bannon knows that it's just branding. Here is why they lied to you about this, wasted a few weeks of your life. They're preparing now to pass this major budget where they're gonna cut corporate taxes, which are already comically low. They're gonna cut it even lower, and they're gonna hand over $5 to $10 trillion to the wealthiest people in the country. That is, I am very glad to say, and slightly surprised to say, unpopular, thankfully. And I'm gonna show you the polls. And so while you're doing that, you need to like do some damage control because that looks really bad. So what do? You manufacture some fake headlines about like, oh, he's really thinking about raising taxes on the wealthy. That's a serious thing. And then what happens? All the hosts get to be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to pretend to be a populist or something. I too want to raise the taxes. Oh, he's not gonna do it. I really wanted that. That's a thing I wanted. That is the childish game that has been being played here. But there are some responsible people, and I would put our show in that. It was very clear from the beginning that this was not going to happen. Now, not everybody got in the game. Sean Hannity could have taken this opportunity to pretend to care about his actual viewers or whatever. Instead, he attacked the plan to hike taxes, saying it's against everything Trump has ever believed in, which was true, by the way. He's right there. But Sean Hannity reportedly makes $45 million a year, so he doesn't want to pay 2% more on that. I mean, think about it. If you took 2% of Sean Hannity's money, what would he be left with? Well, I got more money than I guess he could ever spend in his life, I suppose. Anyway, okay, so moving on, Newt Gingrich, he put out this statement, and I think he was actually ahead of the Trump statement about this. He sent this, he got this note from Trump. And he put it in the tweet. And so the note says, Newt is quite possibly right on this. George Bush said, read my lips, no new taxes, then proceeded to give a rather small tax increase and was obliterated. While I love the idea of a small increase, yeah, Trump totally does, the Democrats would probably use it against us. And we would be like Bush, helpless to do anything about, I mean, I don't want to be helpless, so I can't raise the tax. Hold on. The Democrats would use a 2% increase in income tax on millionaires against you? You guys would be able to make ads around that. You guys would be able to use that as cover to pretend that you give a damn about anyone other than yourselves. And you guys are setting fire to that because even though that would really help you in the midterms and you desperately are gonna need that help, you care so much more about the rich that you're just like, whatever about politics. I'm not gonna raise the taxes on them. That's what it is. Also, by the way, it is such a fake metaphor to invoke the no new taxes thing. That was broader taxes that actually affected more taxpayers. It might not have been an absolutely massive tax increase, but it actually affected some voters. This, by definition, would affect like 3% of Americans or whatever. And so it is so fake to pretend we can't raise taxes on millionaires, then the voters will be just aggrieved. No, they would not be. No, not at all would they be angry about that. And we're actually gonna see that, I hope, because when AOC wins in 2028, she needs to champion an increase in taxes on the wealthy. And when she does it, it will be very popular, as we will show you. So the majority of US adults say taxes should be raised for large businesses and household income over 400K, not a million, 400K, which is already a lot of money. And it's not even close. On large businesses and corporations, should it be raised? 63% say yes. By the way, if you only ask Republicans, more say corporate taxes should be raised. No, let's keep that up actually, because I don't want people to think that I'm lying. More Republicans say corporate taxes should go up than say it should go down. And it's not even close for the Democrats. So Republicans are like, I mean, they're all, and by the way, they're gonna cut the corporate taxes this time around. That's not even popular among their base. MAGA literally doesn't even want that, and that's what they're gonna do. And then raising taxes on those over with income over 400, again, overwhelmingly popular. And again, Republicans are more likely to say taxes should go up on the wealthiest individuals than go down. In fact, that's a more popular position than even raising the tax on the corporations for Republicans. And again, it's overwhelming for Democrats. Look, we are a split nation. There's a lot of tribalism, a lot of partisanship. We don't agree on much is a thing that we say, and it's mostly true. We agree on this. Taxes should go up on corporations, they should go up on the wealthy. And when you have overwhelming support, even among the other party, that makes it not only a good thing to do, it makes it a good thing to run on. It makes it a thing that can maybe help you win a Democratic primary and then win an election. If you're one of the Democrats that isn't so beholden to your donors that you would literally die before raising taxes on them. And thankfully, we do actually have some candidates like that. Some who don't take corporate donations, who don't take money from wealthy individuals, and have been very clear that they're okay with checking the economic and political power of the 1% and 2%. And so hopefully we'll see that. Maybe we're seeing a preview of that in shows being held around the country. But anyway, we'll see.